Hello. I do apologise for my camera being on the wonk. I've not fixed it yet. So I hope you'll excuse me. I'll probably just have to lean forward and try and keep it like that so it's not on the wonk. How is everyone? I hope you're well. I've got one person watching. I can't see who you are yet. I've got my computer over there, so I will be able to see, but it's lovely to have you company. I've got something in my eye. I've got some music on in the background as well. If it bugs you, let me know. Let me know. Anyway, I hope you're all well. It's a bit of a different time, 6 o'clock tonight. And that's because I was going to drive to Leeds tonight. I'm going to put that camera there because it's a bit on the wonk. I was going to drive to Leeds tonight because I'm up with really useful boxes early in the morning. So I'll be driving up to Leeds about probably 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock in the morning. Hopefully it won't be torrential rain, but I decided not to go up tonight, but I thought I'd still stick to 6 o'clock for the live rather than going into 7. If you're watching on repeat, that's absolutely fine because you can do. You don't always have to watch live. And we're going to do, well, I don't really know. I think I'm just going to have a play, which is nice. I'm also going to have a look at some of the stamps and different ways to stamp them as well. So I do have, see, it's totally on the wonk. I need to get this sorted. It's that there, look. Ooh. I need to maybe I could do a little bit of a MacGyver and tape it up. My days. Let's see if that works. Let's have a look. Let's get that tape on there. I totally need to get new stuff, but it's finding the time, isn't it, to get everything done? No, that's still on the wonk. That's still on the wonk. Anyway, it won't be on the wonk for long. Because I will be turning the camera around to do some demos. But I just wanted to see you, to say hello and to see how you are, and hopefully you're all okay. I can bring up your comments on here, so I'll be able to see, hopefully, if anyone's saying anything, and I could always show it on stream on the side just there. So if you do have any questions, you do want to make any comments, then you can do. You can also share those with people. I'll just turn that off because sometimes it takes a little while. It's not even come up on my Facebook page anyway. So hopefully you can hear me. I've got my microphone on. Hopefully all is clear. There's a little bit of music on in the background. If that bothers you, just let me know. Okay, so as ever, I'm going to turn the camera around because enough of me, and we'll get do some stamping and stuff like that, really. I've not had my tea yet, so I'm trying to drink fizzy drink to give me a little bit of a sugar rush. So that'll probably kick in about 2 minutes. You'll probably notice it when all the stamping goes. Well, I don't know how it's going to go. I don't even know what I'm saying. Right, I'm going to play something for you as ever. And then what I'll do is I'll turn the camera around and we'll start to, oh, I tell you what, before I do, remember those workshops coming up. There's one at Tattershall, which of course is with the lovely Jo Channon. Tickets are still available for that if you want to head to Tattershall for the day. I know the tickets have been selling, so I'm not sure how many are left, but I'm going to be there with Jo. It's a lovely day. I'm assured there's going to be lots of homemade cake, lots of tea, lots of coffee, a lovely buffet lunch. It's all included in the price, along with a goodie bag and a workshop with Jo and a workshop with myself. But we're going to be combining the projects, so you'll be able to leave with something in your hands. A nice little brag book, maybe something in a frame, but we'll give you more details. But it's going to be a really nice, fun day because we're going to have a dabble, at a lot of things, and just unleash your creativity. So if you'd like to take part in that, you can email the lovely Jo Channon at lets.create@btinternet.com, or you can give her a ring, or Mark's on the other end of the line, and they'll be able to talk you through the whole of the day. Also, we have the retreat with Janie's Originals, a bookbinding for beginners retreat, which is just fantastic. If you can come along for that, for the whole weekend, you will have an amazing time. It's at Herds Hill, which is just a fantastic venue. It really is. Can't speak highly enough of that place. And you can get information on that from Janie's Originals. Okay, I'm going to play something now, and then I'm going to turn my camera around. Hopefully it won't be on the wonk. Here we go. In a minute. Anytime now. Okay, we're back live, which is fantastic. Okay, let's just take you back to the camera, which is still on the ceiling, but I did change it. There you go, because that needs to go out there. I'm going to bring you down and on my overhead camera, the posh one, tonight, because I've just been out shopping and doing lots and lots of different things, so we have been busy, but it's lovely to have your company. Okay, we'll get a few things in shot so you know that we're going to do something. Okay, what I'd like to do is start off just talking about the stamps themselves, okay? So what you've got here is a stamped image of the fantastic Out of the Woods. There you go, Out of the Woods. These are all back in stock, available individually or in the complete set. If you go for that, excuse me, I was going to take a drink. So they're all available for you on the website. I'll just bring up the QR code for moments. There you go. That's just in the side of the screen. So if you did want to get it, or any of the individuals, postage is $1.99 still. And if you go for the full set, it's free P&P. Okay. So I had an email today from a lady, and she was asking me about my stamps. Because they're a large area, they are different to stamp with rather than the smaller stamps, okay? Some people use stamping platforms, some people use acrylic plates. I use an acrylic plate. So let's just take a look at this. When you get the stamps home, now these are made by Fantastic Clarity. The stamps are second to none, and the quality of them is just amazing. I've used this stamp, as you can see, many, many times. But when I first got the stamp home, sometimes a little bit of residue on any stamp that you get, okay? So what you need to do is put the ink, this is what I do, I put the ink on there, I wipe it away. I put the ink on there, wipe it away. Sometimes it's good to stamp it a few times as well. And please, if you agree with me, put that in the comments. I like to stamp with it a few times so it seasons it. And then it just helps with the ink connecting to the paper. If anybody else is an expert stamper out there, then please, please, please join in. I'm just going to shuffle and move my mic because I'm just going to unzip that. I'm only unzipping my top. Don't get too excited. I just want to put that down there. Okay, so let's put that stamp on the acrylic block and let's see what we come up with. Your surface is really important as well that you're stamping onto. This, it moves a little bit, this mat here. So sometimes if you have some extra cushioning underneath, that can also help as well. I'll just put that underneath. Okay, so here you can see there are two images. One, it's missed a few tiny bits. Two, we've got it pretty much spot on. And that's because this one I didn't put too much pressure on, and this one I put more pressure onto there. So let's move that out the way and let's give it a go. So if you do get your stamps home and you know, the first stamping hasn't gone exactly how you wanted it to go, that's mainly because it's a brand new stamp and it's a large area to stamp with as well. Juicy ink pad. That one, not so juicy. So we'll put that to one side. This one, juicy. There you go. I can tell because it bounces. And you can tell once the ink is going on the stamp on the acrylic plate as well. So let's give this a go. This is on an acrylic plate. I've got a line there, so I want to make sure that it's on that side of the line, so you'll still be able to see it. And I'll turn it round and I'll place it there. With the acrylic plate, what's good about this is that you can lift it from one side, so you can have a sneaky little peek what's going on, and then place it back down. I'll give it a nice press around the bottom. This is the largest, darkest area. Not too much pressure around the smaller areas because we don't want to get that ghosting effect. But you still give it a bit of time to play with the paper, to connect with the paper, with the ink. And again, with the acrylic plate, you can just take it up from the side and have a look at what's going on. There you go. So we've got a pretty good impression there of that stamp. And if I take this again, we'll see if there's any residue of ink left on there. Give it a little press and we'll see what's left on there. Did I over ink? Did I use too much ink? That's quite nice, actually. I like that. I could see, now you've got me thinking, I wonder if I've got any left on there. I could kind of make a shadow. Would that work? I don't know. I don't know. It might do. It might do. But I'm not going to use a shadow because there's no surface really that a shadow would go onto there. But I just wanted to show you how I stamp with it on an acrylic plate. Remember, the bottom part that you're stamping onto is important. If you've got a stamping platform, I'm just going to see if there is any more left on there. Tiny bit, tiny bit, tiny bit on there. But we just let it really engage with the paper. Any little bits that don't stamp, I wouldn't get too upset about. Just get a black pen, you know, and you can just, I mean, I don't think there's any areas here that haven't gone, but if there are, you can just take your pen and you can just, you know, add them in. Let's say there was a little needed add in. There wasn't, but let's say there was. You could just draw that in. You're not changing the image too dramatically. But there you go. So I promise I'd do that live. That's what I find, because the larger stamps, sometimes it helps with connecting them with the paper, and then, of course, the pressure. I just have a drink. Right, so I can't see anyone's comments just yet. So if you do want to comment, I'll just select that. They'll appear on the side there. Again, I think it's just being a little slow, so we'll take them off. So if you want to chat amongst yourselves, I know you're there. Good evening, Pete. Good evening, Helen. I hope you are all well. It's good to see you. And again, this live is 6 o'clock, a little earlier than normal. So you can watch it on, you might be watching it on catch up. Okay, so let's just do, I don't know, let's just do something, shall we? I've got a couple of backgrounds here that I've been playing with, just different colours on a gel plate. So I thought we could try and do something with these. They're all of a certain colour tone, so we could try doing different things. We've got that image there, but we'll move that out of the way. I've also got one of the Clarity stamp boards, and I just loosely put some colour on that. So I thought that was quite nice. So that could look like a sunset. We could do something with that. This is from the Tiles collection. Now, the Tiles collection, you get your, I'll just grab it. You can go for the stencils separately, or you can have the stencils as part of Tiles. You've got your leaves, you've got your apples in there, you've got your pears. And this one is the butterflies, which I don't know. Oh, here it is, the butterflies. So I used just some ink. This was on a gel plate. And we've got quite a nice background there with the butterflies. So we could see what that looks like if we were to stamp maybe an image like that on top, or maybe one of the trees, like the wonky tree, or that majestic, lovely big tree. Love that. Or maybe we could combine it. We could combine a tree with the Wanderer or something like that. So those stencils are available, and they're on the website separately. But if you wanted to go for the full, complete collection of the tiles, then that is available to you. I'll just try and find it if I've got it on here. Out and about postcards, moments, quirky. No, that's the moments. If you wanted to go for moments, but if you wanted to go for the tiles, the image was at the top of the screen, so I shall go back to that. That's the tiles part 2. And that's with the great images of the butterflies and the apples and the pears and things like that. I can show you how I did that if you want to. We can start off with that. Let's do that. Let's grab those out of the way. And we'll need a bit of card. And we've got a bit of card just there. Brilliant. Hopefully this camera is not too far away and not too close either. So as a background, we've got the butterflies there, but we've got the leaves and we've got the trees. Maybe the trees upon trees, or maybe leaves in the background. Let's go for the leaves and have a look at that, shall we? I'm going to grab some ink. Hello, Michaela. How are you? I really enjoy watching your creations. Oh, thank you. Sorry, I'm swigging out of a can, but I shouldn't be. Right, what colours should we go for? Well, they're leaves, aren't they? But I mean, you don't have to stick with the colours of leaves. You can do any colour. But let's bring in, I don't know, this is going to be in the background. So let's bring in these 2 colours. Let's just do it because they're here, right? And I'm going to grab brush. We'll go for green. We've got brown. So I've got, I'll use the red. Okay, I'm just going to put that to one side because we don't want to see that. What do I need to do first? Okay, I'm going to make a background. I'm conscious of this line here, but that's okay. That's okay. You can, if I move the camera across, that makes that more central. Beautiful. Okay, so all I need to decide really, do I want the leaves going that way or do I want the leaves going that way? Because, you know, you can use the stencil either way. I'm going to go for that. And I'm going to take the green and I'm going to take another shade of green. Maybe that. Oh, I've got them out now. Okay, so we'll just take a bit of that. These are oxides. And I'm just, where is it? I've got a blending mat somewhere, but I'm just going to use a bit of paper. Just put, no, I'm going to use my blending mat. Where is it? Here it is. Here it is. Again, live from the kitchen in a small space. But that will change soon. That will change soon. I've just got so much going on. In Leeds tomorrow for 2 days with really useful boxes. Can't wait. I'm going to stock up as well. I'm going to buy some more boxes because I love their storage. And that is in preparation because next week we are going to Frankfurt to a big, big trade show. And we're going to be there for 7 days. 7 days. Fly out very early in the morning on Wednesday, I think it is. Luckily, I remembered my passport needed updating. I know. Shocking. Right, I'm just going to put just a little bit here and then just get some of that green and go over there as well. It's sort of like thicker in places. I don't know how this is going to look. I'm making it up as I go along again. So we'll just bring that in. Sometimes I feel that's the best way to do it because if I plan anything, I start to do something and think, oh, I like that better. And I've already done that now. So I'm just going out just on the edge like that, not being too precise. Okay, so that's that green, which is cracked pistachio and lucky clover. Okay, I'm going to lift this up now. So that's what we've got. They could be rows of trees, actually. These would be really good as mini trees in the background, which is giving me another idea. That could work. We could do a background with all the trees going up hills. Anyway, let's just do this for now. We've still got some green on there, but if I turn this over now, you can see that this is going the other way. So what I am going to do is grab another bit of card, this time some watercolor cardstock. This is smooth that I'm going on to, but this is watercolor cardstock. And I'm just going to spray this as it is. Okay, so I'm just going to spray that, and I'm just going to turn that. Have I sprayed the wrong side? Yeah, I've sprayed the wrong side. Hang on. Happens to the best of us. So, yes, 7 days in Frankfurt at the trade exhibition, which is going to be fabulous. It'll be hard work, but that's what we love. So 7 days there. Then when I get back, I'm on Hobby Maker on the 14th. Look at that, isn't that lovely? I'm on Hobby Maker on the 14th, and let me get a cloth. Hobby Maker on the 14th. It's my well, not my birthday, but Timestamp Creations is a year old. I'll have a giveaway, and I've got a brand new product. So I shall be revealing my new collection soon, but not just yet. Not just yet. So that's quite nice, isn't it? We can do something with that a little later on, but I want that to dry for now. Let's put that there, and let's bring this back in. But first, before I do that, I want that side, so I'm going to turn it over. Okay, all will become clear. I need to put some brown on here. Or should I use blue? I'm going to use blue. I've changed my mind already. I'm going to go green for the leaves, and then I'm going to get some blue. Let's just do something contrasting and a little bit different. What am I going to go for? My go-to Mermaid Lagoon. I love this colour. Love this colour. Okay. Make it all up as you're going on. Make it all up as you're going on. Katie. Hello, Katie. Can you speak German? 9. I always go off piece 2, doesn't matter. Always make it work. Yeah, you can do, can't you? I don't know. I don't speak German. I find as a language it's quite easy to pick up because it's similar to English. I think not too similar, but we have some similarity. But no, unfortunately, I don't speak Sprachen die Deutsch. I do not Sprachen die Deutsch. Not that I know anyway. Okay, so I'm going to put that on there. I might, do you know what? I'm just going to get a bit of brown. I'm going to put that on there as well, just because I can. So let's just dabble, double, double, dibble, dabble, double, double, dibble, dibble. I know a good game called Hibble Dibble. Oh, it's a drinking game, so I'm not going to do it. Right, so we've got the colours there. Put some water on, not too much. You can see it's starting to interact. I'm going to take this. I'm going to wipe that off. I know I could have used that. Let's go on here. Let's go on here. Let's turn this over and put that into place. There you go. And we just sit that for a moment for it to get into the water. Hello, Nick. Are any of you guys coming to see me in Sandown? That's on at the end of February. Sundown. Oh, let's take that off. You don't want to see that. Hang on, no, let's leave that one on. No, let's take that off. I'm sorry, I forgot that that was in the way. Let me go down here. I'm doing this all on my phone again. There you go. Brilliant. And then on the screen at the top, I can bring in tiles just at the top there. Okay, that's part 2. That's the full complete collection with the stencils as well. Lift that up. So that's nice. We've still got some colour on there. So let's move that out of the way. Let's bring the watercolour cardstock in. And let's just go. Oh, no, it was the other way, wasn't it? Okay. Waste not, want not. Let's put that down there. Then let's just go over that. That was the blue. Got some elements of the green on there as well. A bit more of the blue. See what that comes up with. Oh, that's nice. Bah, 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 bah. Sometimes you just have to do that, don't you? A bit more water on there. That's probably why I didn't pick up. There was only a little bit of ink left on there anyway, wasn't there? Let's pick that up. That's better. That's better. I'll just wipe that off. So you can create some really cool backgrounds with these. You see we've got the butterflies there. I like that. I like that a lot. We could also cut along here and start to intertwine them if we wanted to. Okay, so we've got that background there. Probably needs drying off a little bit. Now let me just move around because I'm on the island in the not in the Pacific Ocean. I'm on the island in the kitchen. Oh dear, everything will get sorted. Everything will get sorted. Okay, pop that in there. Oh, now, ooh, hello, what was that? Okay, I'm just going to dry this out of shot for a moment, just to make sure that's dry. There you go. Let's pop that there. That was Millie's food. Well, her food hasn't fallen on the floor, just the lid. Just the lid. Are you coming to York on the 15th of February for Stamperia? No, because I'll tell you why. What have I got going on? On the 14th, I'm at Hobby Maker. And I thought it might be a bit too much, but you never know. I might rock up. You never know. It depends how I feel after we get back from Frankfurt, because I know that's going to be very, very busy. Now, I don't know why your questions and stuff aren't coming up there, because I can see you're all asking questions in the chat. Michaela not going to stand down, no. I gave up German at school as I found it totally alien language and just couldn't get along with it, Nick. Oh, I like German as a language. I like German as a language. Again, I don't know why it's not coming up on there. Right, okay. We've got a background there, kind of like that. Now, we've got other backgrounds to play with as well as we go along. We've got that background to play with, that background to play with, and these backgrounds now. So we're just creating different backgrounds. These were done on a gel plate. Kind of like that. That's nice. Could you get that? Put that on there. That's probably could work. Okay, this is where we go off tangent for a minute. This is where we go off tangent. Let's go back into the tiles collection. Let's pick out the leaf. I keep all my stamps in these bags now. I find it's really helpful. Let's go for this. I just want to show you something, because that could actually work. We've probably done something here quite clever, or not. Have I? No, that's good. Let's just pop that there. Now, do I want to go for black on here to make it stand out, or do I want to go for a green? Green or black, green or black, green or black. If I'm going to put something on here that's black, that could work, having the black in the background, because that's going to stamp over. Or I could use a dark green again. Let's try the dark green. If the dark green doesn't work, we can go back in with a black, can we not? Yes, we can. Pine needles. Let's just pop that on there. See, I'm going to do the one in the middle first to see what it looks like. Nice. Yeah, let's do this. Let's go with the dark green. So this is from Tiles Part 2. I don't know why I've done it in the middle. I need them on the outside. This is from Tiles Part 2. It's got these beautiful leaf dies, apple dies, pear, trees. And I wanted to make them have lots of lines in them, especially with the leaf anyway, because it works with the leaf. But I kind of wanted that wood turning effect. Now, I'm using an acrylic plate that's way too big for this particular project. All I needed is a smaller one, which I do have, but I'm just going to carry on using this for now. I don't want them exactly on the leaves either, because we're just trying to build a pattern here. I'll just do that. I think Millie's just come back from a walk. Let's pop that on there. Pop that on there. Pop that on there. It's been a busy old week so far. I was on Morphy Richards' TikTok the other day on Monday. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. We were really busy. Their soup maker is amazing. Their iron is amazing. Seriously, I'm not just saying that. The thing is, I'd never really worked with any kind of products that I'm not keen on. This is nice. See, this is what happens. I sort of see something and then think, well, that would work. Put that there. These are great little stamps for doing your pattern building. Put that out of the way. Oh, hang on a minute. Someone's knocking at my window. Someone's knocking at the window. Who is it? I can't even see. What do they want? What? Royal Mail? What for? Yeah, you got a delivery? Yeah.
No, it's a collection. Understand you started a collection.
Someone's. Oh, hang on a minute. I'm live on. Hang on. Sorry, guys. Live on Facebook, live to the world. Someone's already been today. Oh, hang on. I'm going to go to my front door, everybody. I know you're going to hear all of this. I'm going to have to tell the guy. Sorry, I'm just doing a live stream just to let you know. Somebody did come today, but if you want to.
Well, no, I got one to give to you.
Oh, you've bought me one. I found it.
Excellent.
Oh, that's good, isn't it? Do you want me to have two in case I lose one? Yeah. Do you want to
scan it?
Yeah. All right.
Yes. I found it on foot. My van's out.
Oh, bless you.
Carry on.
Yeah. All right then. Nice to.
You got nothing to.
No, nothing to pick up today.
Thank you.
See you later. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, so with Hobby Maker, we've started to go with Royal Mail, which is great news, and they come every day. And I didn't have anything for them to pick up today. The one day I didn't have anything for them to pick up, and I lost my badge. Bless him, it came all the way back to bring me one. Oh, look at the time as well, 6:30. That's hilarious. You heard all of that, didn't you? Right, he was a very nice man, very nice man. Right, where were we? Bless him. That's a lot. Mind you, I was a bit scared. I was like, who's that knocking on the window? It's like a Facebook horror. Okay, so that could be something that we use a little later on. I hope you're still with me. I do apologise about that. Okay, let's pop that there. So with your leaf stamps, you've got the positive and the negative. You've got the individual ones, positive and a negative. And then you've got a pattern builder just here as well. And that's the same if you're going for like the any of the other tiles, stamps that are on there. They're good fun to use. They really are. And there's something a little bit different. So you've got your apples in there. I mean, these are all my used stamps, I do beg your pardon. You've got your apples in there. You've got your trees. You've got your butterflies. You've got your pears as well. So bear that in mind. Have a look on the website at those. I do love them. And they are in stock. They are in stock. Let me just pop those to one side and do that up because I don't want to lose them. That's hilarious. Can't believe he came to the door live on Facebook. Nothing to pick up today. Okay. See, we could be collaging with that. That could work. Let's go back to this because this is what we were intending to work with. And this one as well. So let's just have a look at where we were. Where were we? We were with this one, weren't we? So now if I put that on there, actually I prefer that the other way. That could work. We've made a background. And if you were to get that maybe and place that on black, you could start to matte and layer that. And then we could put an image on the inside of that. I don't know what image we'd put. I don't know whether deer might work. Tree could work to go with the leaves. I'll have a think about that. So that's one way of using that background. But now I'm going to go back to this one because I like that. That's kind of subtle. So I'm going to try something else. I'm going to try something else because that's nice and subtle, isn't it? Okay. I still want the leaf impression on there though. A bit like your Frank Spencer impersonation. Put an impression on there. That's all I can do. Oh, I could do some impersonations for you, but I'd probably get in trouble. Right, let's go back to the leaf. I want something light. Let's go for crushed olive. Let's see what this is like. Okay, let's go on there. I'm going to do it on the middle because nice, I like that. Right, crushed olive it is. Let's just gently go. I don't want it filling the space. I'm just going round just with it on the outside. So as you see, going around here, this was not what I was intending to do, but you know, you get on one, not on one, but you start doing stuff. Talking about doing stuff, I went shopping today for clothes. I hate shopping for clothes. I hate shopping for clothes. I hate shopping for clothes. But it's got to be done. It's got to be done because I need some new stuff. Right, anyway, let's just do that. Where's that piece of paper? Now let's bring that in. Okay, so that's nice. You've got a little suggestion of that stamp. I'm just going to clean this and put that back on there. Millie definitely has come back from the walk now. Let's just do that. And I'm just going to put that stamp set away again. Don't think I'm going to use it again. I'm kind of liking what's going on here. So to give us a better idea what I need to do, we need something in the middle, don't we? We need something in the middle. I'm going to cut around here as well, because I think that we could add some maybe blue around the outside. So we'll cut this down so we can see what it looks like. What have I done with my hold the line caller? Hold the line. If you've never seen my live before, this is exactly how it goes. Let's pick this up. You know what that is? Can you tell what it is yet? I'm actually doing this live next to the oven. We've got some baked potatoes in. Probably shouldn't have done that. Hi, Miller. In for a walk. Hi, baby. Hiya. Don't know why I go hi when I talk to Millie. Hiya. Right, I'm going to chop this. So, bring that down there. I'm going to chop round a larger working area, and then I can always cut it down a little bit more. Just get that line straight, because I just want to have a bit better idea of what we're working with. Let's chop that there. And then let's just make sure that that's okay. That's a better. I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller as well. Let's just take that. We're gonna run with this now. We're doing it. So remember, this is using tiles. Just pop that. Now that's quite sharp, that edge. However, I like it. We could try and get similar colour cardstock and put it underneath and do like a matte and layer. Oh no! Now I've got to walk back down there again. Sorry. Hang on a minute. I plan to bring everything to the table, but then I don't. Is it in this box? Oh, no, they're not there. Hang on. Just having a nosy around. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves. Oh, I don't know where they are. I'll find them. Well, I've got some. Hang on, I've got some cardstock here. This might work. I was looking for the little toppers I have, because that'd be really easy just to slide under. But I haven't got any here at the table. But look, would that work? No. Would that work? A little bit of yellow underneath. If I was to matte and layer this correctly. No, I don't think yellow would work. That colour might work. Let's if that was cut. Have I got a pair of scissors here? That was cut. Would that work? It might do. Hang on. Let's just try this. Just need to chop. I really need to get a die cutting machine. I've got to get one. Let's just cut that there. Must get myself a die cutting machine, because I can't. I'm rubbish at cutting straight. Even on a guillotine. Let's just lift that up there. That'll do. Let's see what this looks like. You know, if we were to matte and layer it, for example, you could put that on there. Would that work? Make that edge not so rough. I'd probably need to choose a colour which is similar to the colours that I've stamped with. Like if I was to get this, for example, you could put that there. That would work, because you've got that lighter green. So I don't know. I don't know whether I'd want. I think I need something. Remember, this area is probably going to come in as well. We could get some of that mermaid lagoon. Where is it? I'll put it somewhere. Oh, it's such a mess again. Here we go. Let's just, I don't want to ruin it. Let's just see. Hang on, I need to move this out of the way. The black is interfering with my choice. Okay, let's just bring some blue in around the edges. This is what I want to do. I'm using this mat just to bring it on. Bring it on here. What's the time? Okay. Let's. So what we're doing really is building this background up. Again, it's not what I intended, but hey ho. This is how I like to work. Okay, I kind of like that. Just brought that in, hasn't it? Got rid of that white. Now we might not need that colour. We could go for a blue colour. Let's bring that. I still like this in the middle for some reason. Still like that. As opposed to maybe something like that. That's the colours no good with that. Or that's not going to work. The butterflies aren't going to work because we've not got the colour matching. We could chop that and do something different. But I kind of like the way that's going. And then again, if you put the black underneath and cut that to the sides, you've got something that you can do there. You're just building up your layers, aren't you? I agree, a darker matte, a dark layer. Yeah, yeah. Leaf stamp is definitely on my list for Snowdon. Oh, fantastic, fantastic. Yeah, it is. It's a beautiful stamp set. And like you say, you can just create these backgrounds. So what do we do with the middle? What do we do with the middle? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Do we stamp on white and then place that on? Got those. Could that nest under there? No, that's for another project. I kind of like the way that's going, but we need something in the middle. I don't know what. I mean, it all needs finishing properly. I wonder, let's just go for the big tree. I wonder if that would work. Let's move that out of the way. I'm just going to go for this because I'm also conscious of the time and I don't want to keep you too long. But I wanted to come on and say hi. I think I've scheduled another live for Friday when I'm actually back home. Now, with this, I just want the side bit. So it's this side here, isn't it? I'll still stamp all over it. Again, it's a big stamp, so we've got to think about this. Getting enough ink on there and letting it, you know, touch the paper. And I'm going to put that way to stamp on it. I'm going to turn it that way. I think I'm going to go there. Commit. Again, with the acrylic plate, pull it up at the sides, pull it up at the sides, pull it up at the sides, pull it up at the sides. These big stamps, you know, they do take getting used to sometimes because it's a bigger image. If when you pull the stamp up, the ink hasn't gone there for whatever reason, just don't throw it away. Still use it. It still looks pretty cool, grungy. Also work with your embossing powders as well. Now, how's that done? Beautiful. I like that. So I wasn't pressing hard enough just at that bit, but that's okay. That's okay. I'll just wipe that clean. Just wipe that clean. Okay, that's nice. I like that. Should we? No, I want to keep this side clean. I'm just going to wipe that as well. Okay. So what we've done so far, I'm going to go for the black. See, that in the middle is effective, isn't it? If you had just a black frame around it, it's really nice. I like that. But if we add the other layers to it, kind of takes it away. I kind of like it just on the black. I don't know why I said that on the side of my mouth. I don't know. Maybe we need some. Well, this. Imagine that. Okay, and not the rest. So imagine that's like matte and lead, but we need something there, and it could be just a sentiment. And with that sentiment, You could put that at the top. Put that to one side, maybe. Stamp it. Let's try a couple of things. Let's just grab this acrylic plate again, and we're going to go for black to match the tree. I'll just stamp it on here just to see. Okay. Let me just chop this. I don't have my scissors, so let me just chop. Chop. Let me just chop a bit more off the side. Do you know what? I kind of like having this music in the background. It's royalty free. I've made sure of that, which is good. Just cut there. Now that could be too big for the make, that particular sentiment. We could just have be wonderful, be you. And we could have that going up the side there. But I kind of like that. We could always matte and layer this on some green. I'm just going to cut that and fold it because I don't want to cut it. You know, if you had that there and you put that there, then you could have the green going around that, which would match with the green at the back. It's probably not the right tones to be using. A darker green would work a lot better, but I don't have a darker green with me because I don't have those tones. They must be upstairs somewhere, and I don't want to keep you too long by running up and down. But yeah, I think a darker matte and layer underneath. I mean, if you were to go with that just on the black, I think that would be wrong because it goes too white. But that would look nice just as a card on its own. You could do that. Let's just fold this over just to give you a couple of ideas. So if you do go for the stamps, you know, you've got those ideas. You could just use that. And where did we put that sentiment? And that sentiment could go like that. So you've got an instant card from the background using that tree as well, that beautiful, the big tree with your sentiment there. And you could go around the edge of that in black if you wanted to. So that's a card. Also, if we had something a little bit darker, then that's a card as well. So lots of different things you can do. We could bring this in. We could start, I'm going to, do you know what? Just while we're here, because I want to get that stamp on there. We turn this around. I'm going to do it there. Where is it? Okay. Let's pop this back on there. This will be another project that we start. I've started till I'll finish, but I'll finish another time. I love this tree. Cedar tree is just so majestic and beautiful. Okay, got enough on there. And this time I'm going to have that line going up the side, just because I can. I'll just put that on there. Whenever you're doing your backgrounds, always make sure that this is dry before you stamp on it. And again, we'll lift that acrylic plate up at the side, but also just give it a little push down. See what's going on. Let me just lift it up. Yeah, it seems to be going all right. Doing the little finger dance over it helps as well. Doing the little finger dance and then just leaving it there. Yeah, you're all saying a darker green matte. I agree. I don't know why on my Facebook it always does this on my Facebook. It always not pauses it, but I can never catch up with myself. There you go. I can see now. I can see. Oh, hi, Alan. Sorry I'm late. Doesn't matter. You can watch this again. The blue ink in the sentiment to ease off the white work, maybe. Didn't see that. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that could work. Could try that. You could try that. Let's just see if that has given us a nice print on there. Yeah, it has. I didn't press too much there, but I'm not worried. I'm not worried because I want it to have that kind of grungy feel. I need to do something with the top here, but I don't know what. I don't know what. I could use this top of the stamp to build some patterns, or maybe stamp this in a lighter colour. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do this before we go. And I've got orange here. I'm going to try this in the orange. This is either going to work or it's not going to work. Now, have I got one of the spot-on sponges? Yes, I do. It's a bit dirty. This is a good way of getting rid of the lines. I got these from Clarity. These are fabulous. Fabulous. Soft and gentle. Okay. I'm not really going to use an acrylic plate because I just want to put it on there. I'm never going to be able to use that black card. Can't really see. Just giving it a little bit of texture. Let's just do that. Let's go there. Let's see if you can see that. No, you can't really see that, but it's giving it texture. See, at the top, a little bit of texture. So what I'll do now, let's try the red. It's because it's oxide. If it was an ink, it would probably give it a better impression. Let's go for that. Put that there. Yeah, there you go. You can see that there, and probably a bit of root there. Just building in the background, really. Probably need another little bit. Just there. Yeah, see that? See that now? And maybe just at the side there, because they say do it in threes. I won't do any more. I'll clean that. And I'll probably need another stamp to give a little bit of colour. No, I don't want a big tree and a little tree. Now that stops there, but that's okay because we can find something. I mean, if you were to put a sentiment on there, for example, that would work. You could cut that off if you wanted to. So you could not have it as big. So cut it off about there, but you still got that really nice background that just put together on a gel plate. That you could add. You could stamp with a different colour. You're quite right, or you could just knock the white off with a little bit of, I don't know what colour's on here. It's a bit of green, actually. Yeah, you see, that works. That's just knocked the white back a little bit. And you could always put a line going around the edge of that. Let's just try this. Let's just try this. Let's just get some on the bottom. Just for now. Just for now. Bit on the top. See? Isn't that lovely? And then we could add some more things at the top if we wanted to, or we could cut into that. So just something else that you can do as well with the Moments collection. That's from the big tree. You've got the wonky tree in there. You've got the Wanderer. You've got Take a Perch, all sorts of things. So I like that. We could have images of like the Wanderer in the background, just the Wanderer. If you were to ink that up and do that in like a really light colour, I wonder what that would look like. Okay, now you've got me. Now you've got me. I'm going to take this red. I'm just going to dabble it on here. Take the orange. I don't want that too prominent, but let's just try it. See if that works. I'm not using a stamping platform or anything. You can see it a little bit. See it a little bit. Kind of like that. Let's put a bit more on. Make it more pronounced. Let's put him here. Yeah, can you see that? So he's in the background. And then we could get another image. So he's there. And then I'll tidy all this up in a minute. Tidy all this up in a minute. Where are Choose Company? Here they are. choose company, but I'm going to go for, I've got to stop saying gunner. I'm going to use the smaller stamp. Okay, same colour, tone on tone. I'm just going to put that maybe there on the wonk. Can't really see it. Yeah, a little bit there, a little bit just there, you see? It needs a hint. And then we put in all of those animal creatures in the background. I like that. That's a project for another day. So lots of things to think about for you to do with the stamps. The silhouette stamps can be in black, of course. You can also stamp them in other colours, put them in the background to build up those images. Right, I'm going to leave you now because we've been on for an hour and it's been an absolute pleasure. Do go and take a look at the website at all the different stamps available to you. And just a reminder, Dabble Day with the lovely Jo Channon. If you want to come along to that, there are all the details. That's my jacket potato. So we've actually finished on time. So those are the details there for that. Sandown, that is the end of February. So come and say hi. Not sure if I'm going to have any make and takes yet. That's something I've got to sort out. But there you go. So that's Sandown. So you can come along to that if you want to. And here we go. Here's the QR code for the. I need to take that other one off, don't you? That's the QR code if you want to come along to the workshop with Jo Channon. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. Let's go back to that. Okay, so I'm going to leave you there. Thank you so much for watching. I'll just play you out with a little ditty with the postcards. They are back in stock and available for you. So thank you very much, and I'll see you on Friday. It's been fun.